second. Believe it or not, Teddy Christopher making contact with Rich Gallup on the front stretch. Sends Gallup racing through the infield. Nice piece of driving, keeps the car in one piece. He heads back out onto the racetrack, but at the very tail end of the field. Meanwhile, back up front, it's the checkerboard 7 of Ricky Knapp out front. Problems in turn 1, a beautiful 360. I've never seen a quicker snap than that, and Marc Lageneppe was off and running. Unfortunately, there are other cars involved. The 5 of Dennis Gator, one of the 3 cars. We're not sure if it's a 3 or the 3X car. Rick Javier. Well, it's the plane. Now 28 to go, and we're just about set to get back underway. Green flag is back out. Again, it's Ricky Knapp out front. Randy Sayers using that outside move to his advantage, takes over. High in the marbles, opens the door for Jerry Pearl, who had looked to the outside of Teddy Christopher. Frank Carneal in trouble now. We're going to stack him up on the backstretch. Cars all over the back straightaway. Looks as though we've got about 8 or 9 cars involved. None appear to have hit too heavily. Ricky Young's car has a sheet metal set and a little different. Back on the pace car and around the speedway. Ricky Knapp down on the inside, Randy Sayers on the outside. On the last restart, it was Randy Sayers getting the better end of it. Let's see what happens this time around. Again, an even start off the 4th turn. Ricky Knapp being pressured by Teddy Christopher. Randy Sayers bobbles in turn 1, opens the door for Christopher and Jerry Pearl. Moose Hewitt not far behind. Frankie Carneal off the pace with car number 22, pulls it down onto the apron. We come down to complete lap number 3. 5-car battle up front. Randy Sayers on the outside, loses it momentarily. Jumped out of line, but that allowed Pearl to make a move towards the front of the field. It's Ricky Knapp, Teddy Christopher, Jerry Pearl, Moose Hewitt, Randy Sayers, as Jeff Pearl takes it off the speedway in turn number 1, holds it down low, and it looks as though the 48 may have lost power. Jeff Pearl stuck in turn number 1, trying to get the car to cooperate and move on down, but it didn't. Ricky Knapp once again on the throttle, holds Teddy Christopher on the outside, but that's where Teddy Christopher likes to be. Christopher runs the outside groove, sparks fly, everybody stays pointed in the right direction, and we have a brand new leader on the backstretch. Teddy Christopher out front looking for his 3rd win of the year with an North End Autopods entry. Meanwhile, Ricky Knapp now has the battle with the 43 of Jerry Pearl to the inside. As Pearl grabs off the runner-up honors. Back in the back, it's David Gator mixing it up. Looks to be the 19 of Hewitt involved. Sparks continue to fly from those particular cars. Everybody stays pointed in the right direction and on the throttle. Field stays tightly bunched. Richie Gallup in the 31 car looking to close in. He came from the back of the pack. He's halfway up now. We have 7 laps. Posted as complete. The field begins to stack up in behind the 7 of Ricky Knapp. Up front, Teddy Christopher. In hot pursuit, Jerry Pearl. They've opened up some breathing room over the pack. Farther back, it's the battle for the 3rd, 4th, and 5th spots as the walk continues to wage. Hewitt 3 wide off that 4th turn. That got him a spot or 2. As David Gator moves into the 3rd spot, opens the door for Ronnie Rocco, who moves up to 4th. On the move is Jimmy Broderick, as Broderick now breaks into the top 5. Broderick came from the back of the pack, now runs up front. Jeff Pearl once again off the speedway with the 48 car. And Mark Recaro looking to refire the 58 car as he's down on the apron, just coasting around the speedway. Caution is out on the racetrack as Jeff Pearl once again in trouble with the 48 car. Teddy Christopher winds it up just a little bit. As Christopher takes over here in turn number 1. He's your leader heading into turn 2 with Jerry Pearl in hot pursuit. David Gator and Ronnie Rocco run 3 and 4 at the present time. Top 7 cars continue to run nose to tail. The second 7 or 8 cars looking to close in as Jeff Pearl heads to the infield with car number 48. Pearl, a rookie in the division, trying to get his feet wet with his father's backup car, doing an incredible job in his first season of open wheel racing. Meanwhile, back up front, it's the North End Autopod. Statewide recovery number 54 out front. A lot of heavy hitters in hard pursuit as they look to close in on the leader. First 7 cars have pulled away. The halfway marker due out this time by. It'll be 15 down, 15 to go as Richie Gallup closing in with car number 31 looks to the outside. The long way around to number 19 of Hewitt. Meanwhile, that second 7 or 8 cars continues to battle for position as well. Eddie Christopher again in control at the present time. But Jerry Pearl, less than a car length behind, continues to apply the pressure. Christopher, Pearl, and Gator in that order. They've been there for quite some time. After that, it's Rocco, Broderick, Hewitt, and then Richie Gallup. Gallup involved earlier in that tangle. Quickly worked his way back to the 7th spot. In that position, and next time by there'll be 20 laps shown as complete, 10 laps to go in this 30-lap modified feature. Field begins to settle down. It's going to be a 9-lap dash for the cash as Teddy Christopher continues out front. Jerry Pearl and David Gator not far behind. As Rocco now fades a bit in the number 4 position. Current point leader, 2-time feature winner, Teddy Christopher, looking to add another notch. Being set out this time by 5 more times around. As all Teddy Christopher has to be out front with car number 54. As Jerry Pearl and David Gator continue to battle for the number 2 position. One of the cars being given the black flag. We're not quite sure who it is. At this time, we'll have to guess it's a 13 of Rocco, but we're going to have to hold our call on that one.
Was indeed for Ronnie Rocco. 2 to go marker at this time by is Teddy Christopher. Looks to come across the start-finish line. Jerry Pearl in a hotly contested battle with the 27 of David Gator. After that, it's the 3 of Jimmy Broderick, the 19 of Hewitt, 31 of Gallup. And that's how the top 5 shape up the present time as the white flag due out this time by final time around the 1/3 mile oval as Teddy Christopher, the North End Auto Parts statewide recovery sponsor number 54, looking for feature win number 3 tonight. The field working their way around the 1/3 mile oval. Your leader making his way out of turn number 4 as Teddy Christopher picks up win number 4, 1992. Pearl unofficially in for the runner-up spot. David Gaeta unofficially finishes third. After that's car number 3 for Jimmy Broderick as he settles for the 4th position, as that's strictly unofficial as your winner. That's car number 54, the North End Auto Parts, sponsor number 54, with Teddy Christopher from Plainville, Connecticut on board, as Teddy Christopher looks to pick up the win in tonight's 30-lap main event. Though Joe Golis looking to make his way down trackside, he's going to have a word with the future winner.
Field once again as he picks up his 3rd win. Took him a long time to get settled in this season, but once he got there, Teddy Christopher has been on top just about ever since. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of tonight's 30-lap modified feature event from Plainville, Connecticut, Teddy Christopher.
I love you too.
You know, Teddy, you didn't start the season off too well. Things didn't go your way till about midpoint in the season, and since then, it's really been kind of kind to you. You got 3 feature wins, some good finishes, you're the current point leader by a good margin. Things seem to have settled down and turned in the right direction finally.
Yeah, between the 200 having too much gas in the car and then not having enough gas a couple of weeks ago, that was really killer. But looks like all we got to do is start the race next week, and it should be ours.
Well, you know, you had a busy day today. You were up in New Hampshire this afternoon qualifying. You hustled down here tonight. You made it all worthwhile. I'm sure it's going to be a pleasant trip going back up.
Yeah, it feels good going back to New Hampshire. You know, we haven't run that car in a long time, and we're in the field. We're starting pretty far back, but hopefully it'll go good for us tomorrow too.
Well, just drive the way you've been doing here, and I'm sure you're going to be up front before it's over.
Yeah, I hope so. It was a good run.
Teddy Christopher, you got North End Auto Parts Statewide Recovery. They've been helping you. Anybody else in particular you want to say thanks to?
Yeah, I'd really like to thank Ronnie for letting me drive his car and everything. He's a little stubborn sometimes, but I really like to thank the guys that work on the crew. There's a lot of good guys that help on this car. Wayne, Dean, John with the tires, Dick, Mike, Bob.